Welcome back to the worst vape channel on YouTube, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to the stage the biggest piece of shit in vaping, all the way from Oklahoma, weighing in at 375 pounds with a 4-inch rock-hard penis, VapnFagan. I'm not French. It's Fagan, you asshole! Learn how to pronounce my fucking name! Oh my Jesus! Is today Monday or is it Thursday? I notice it says VapnFagan Live. It doesn't say No Name Vape Show. Well, that's because the post office decided to fucking bend me over and slide a dick in my ass. Shout out Demonetized. This show's not for kids, folks. Well, if your kids are deaf, I guess they could watch it. But shall we begin? Yes. Papa? Sisi, mama? Yes. You got a nice one. Very beautiful. Maybe go deep inside. Here we go. Yes. Oh! God damn, I look good. What's up, folks? Oh, I had such high hopes for today. I actually did some research, too. Man, I never do research either when it comes to live shows. What am I looking at? I'm looking over here, right? Yeah. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. But anyways, it's not about me. I'm going back to Grimm's. We'll see you guys later. Yeah, I recommend probably going over and watching Grimm's show. If you want any type of legitimate vaping content, head over to Grim Green's channel. Because you probably ain't going to get nothing here but disappointment. Yeah, shout out to the... It's sad that the people in the submarine didn't make it, but at the same time, I probably could have told them that the minute they got into that fucking thing that they weren't going to make it. But Mark, your audio is horrible. I hear crackling, or is it ice in your drink? Uh-oh. Do we have problems here? Mama? All right, now we got to stop and wait. But then again, this is coming from Craig. Craig's deaf in one ear. The beginning, it might have been a little fucked up because I was using a different mic, but right now everything should be fine. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I try to go out of my way to do the whole... I'm not even going to get involved with it, but today was supposed to be about the Atmo steam shell that I purchased from good old Vapin Art, and it said it'd be out for delivery today, which technically it still does, but the mailman has already come and gone. So, yeah, no steam shell today. I'm heartbroken because I reached out to Atmo. I had a question, and they came back with a pretty shocking answer, and I was really hoping to save it for the video. So I'm not sure. Ugh. I'll probably just do it on a Monday because it'll probably be here tomorrow. Told you USPS sucks. I mean, usually USPS isn't that bad around here, but it was even worse at the trailer park. Because the trailer park, every day, and I shit you not, or maybe every week, it was a different mailman. I feel like there was never an assigned mail person for that route. Like, whoever needed overtime or whoever was, had a shitty day, got that route. So there was a different mailman every week, and shit would never show up. Always in the wrong mailbox. But here, things are pretty smooth, but it says out for delivery. It's not out for delivery. The only thing I did get today was my juice order from Brad's Auto Parts. And he actually tossed in a little goodie, too. I haven't seen this fucking thing in ages. Where'd it go? Did I throw it out already? Oh, shit. I lost it. Where did I put it in the cabinet? I was going to save it for a giveaway. Where the fuck did I put it at? I don't know. You know, you'd think I'd have all this shit set up before this, but I don't. Hold on, I gotta get up now and look. Now I gotta fucking look and see where it's at. I just had the goddamn thing in my hand. Oh, there it is. This thing's probably like 20 years old. Because I don't even think Sigeli's around anymore. Sigeli's still around? Sometimes Brad will send extra auto parts in the package sometimes for like as a filler. I'm not doing a video. I'm not going to use this thing or anything, but figured it'd make for a nice little giveaway. The Sigeli Fog? Isn't this the... What was it? The 213 or the 217 or some shit like that? Look at this motherfucker. This is old as shit. They probably redid it because it's different. But remember that goddamn thing? Woo, it's been a long time. The battery door on this motherfucker is horrible. Really horrible. But yeah, kind of nice. There you go. Thanks, Brad. Ba-da-da-da. So I wasn't... So since the Steam Shell didn't show up, I wasn't going to do a live. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go live and just fuck it. Like... There's no set rules or guidelines I have to follow on a Thursday show. So that's why you don't see the No Name Vape Show logo up, is because this is not a vape show tonight. Even though we might do some re-wicking, because all my tanks are due for a wick. I just bought that kit from E-Cig Mafia for $10 a few months ago. Dude, what is with this E-Cig Mafia place? Terry always mentioned that website. And the shit's like, is it a legitimate place? He buys like juice from there for like $2 a bottle. Something just worries me about something like that. Yeah, so I'm assuming everyone's seen the whole submarine. How it pretty much just impacted, is that right, correct? Where the pressure of the water just crushed the damn thing. So yeah, I would say shout out to those guys, but I don't think you give shout outs to people that passed away. Prayers, there we go, prayers. I like to do implode, thank you, imploded. So instead of exploded, it imploded. X would be, M would be. I have not seen any news on it. Bachelor, I'm pretty sure you were the first person to watch the news today. To spread more of your goddamn fake, what is it called? I forgot. Anyways. So I guess I'll share this. I'll share this piece. I'm going to say this. I was going to save this for the Steam Shell video, but I might as well just share it here, and you guys can take it as you want. And this is by no means bashing at Mizzou or talking trash. I was just curious because this RBA is, I'm not going to say it's cheap, but compared to other higher-end RBAs on the market, it's pretty affordable, which always leaves me wondering, like, why is it so cheap? So I reached out to Atmo, and I said, yo, what's up? This is a superstar celebrity on YouTube. I'm one of the biggest YouTubers. I'm so big you probably don't even know who I am. And I said, I'm going to be dropping a fat one on the Steam shell. And I just had a quick question. And I said, I should probably read this while I'm looking at the screen, right? It would be more professional. Anyways. You know what? Probably be better if you had your glasses on. You know what? That would be right. Make this a little bit easier. Should I do bifocals or should I do the bi or the tris? You know what? Do the bis. Makes you look cooler. All right, cool. Whew, those are powerful. God damn. All right, those are too strong. Anyways, I had a quick question. How are you able to keep the cost down on this atomizer when compared to everything else on the market? It's really affordable. Is everything made in-house by Atmo? That was my question. Pretty clean and professional, I would think, right? Thank you, Mr. Chuck, for that lovely donation. He said, Craig saw me talking shit about you on Grimm's show. Folks, I'm telling you now, if you want vape content, go over to Grimm's show. He's live right now. It's a much better show than this show is. Anyways, so the reply is a little lengthy, but thankfully I can read. Here we go. Hi, Mark, Mr. Big Time Superstar on YouTube. Thank you for your message. It won't be short, but I can keep it short. Sorry. So here's the story. And you know, when you ask a simple question and it turns out to be a long story, you know there's something going on. Anyways, here we go. When compared to everything else in the market, from cheap Chinese stuff to expensive, restricted access, high-end stuff, our stuff is middle range price wise and would characterize it as value for money. We design, process, finish, and assemble. We design, I'm putting this in bold letters. We design, process, finish, and assemble the Atmo vaping series in-house in Athens, whatever, Greece, and produce our parts in Greece and selected worldwide CNC produced manufacturers. CNC produced, mold produced, and other types of parts for every project of ours is usually made in several places. Different parts of the same project are assigned to carefully selected, trustworthy outsourcing partners in Greece, the UK, a couple in the EU, and your friend, China, are the places of our main partners. Either for CNC or for other types of production, each outsourcing partner is carefully selected depending on the demands of each part, blah, 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 blah. And each and every time we perform proper QC both in-house and with certified independent labs. And it just goes on and on and on and on. We receive all parts here in Greece in our lab, and we have machines for outer finishing, as well as an assembly line and QC procedures. Parts are processed and then checked and controlled numerous times. Okay, so the long story short here is, and once again, I'm not bashing Atmo, so don't start like, oh my God, he's got trauma. I think it might be safe to say that Atmo products are made in China, folks. I'm just, you know, and not that there's anything wrong with it. There ain't nothing wrong with making stuff in China. There's a lot of companies that have stuff built and manufactured in China with, you know, manufactured in China, then the parts are shipped to said location in another country where it's assembled and put together, and they go over it. Sometimes they'll polish it up, clean it up, they'll examine it, inspect it, this and that. long story short, we are modders, but I feel we are doing our business in the highest professional level possible, close to that of bigger industry business. Okay, it just goes on and on. So, anyways, like, I'm a firm believer in the philosophy of, if a product, whether it be vape related or not, if it doesn't say made in, as in made in USA, made in the UK, made in Ireland, then it's made in China. Because you would think, if you're making a product in your home country, that's something you'd probably want to list on the packaging or advertise it. Should be something you're proud of. And usually, a lot of the times with vape products, if they don't mention where it's made anywhere on the packaging or on the website, chances are it's made in China. So with that said, once again, not saying anything negative about Atmo or the Steam Shell, but I'm pretty certain the reason why it's so affordable is because it's manufactured in China. And possibly put together and polished and packaged in Greece. There you go. And with that said, I'm still waiting for this goddamn thing because I want to try it. So Merry Christmas. Or who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong and I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know. But I'm pretty certain on this one. I'm pretty certain because I've had a lot of products over the years where people just kind of assumed it was made in the States, just to come to find out, like, wow, that shit was made in China? Like, so. And that could be said about a lot of other RBAs that are in the $150, $200 price range that don't necessarily state where they're made. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it's made for me, as long as it vapes good. But if I'm going to pay a hefty price tag for something, I would kind of prefer it to be made and manufactured and built in the U.S. because that's where I'm from. That's who I would prefer to support. And if there's ever any issues with it, it's going to be pretty easy to get replacements or send it back or whatnot. That's just me. I don't know. And plus, there's a lot of people out there who firmly believe in only buying products from their country they live in. Some people, they don't give a shit. Hey, I don't care if it's made in China, Korea, North Korea, Japan, Taiwan. I'm buying it. But sometimes the problem that some people have sometimes is that when you have products with a higher price tag that are made in China, and then you see a $20 clone that's made in China, the chances of those two products coming off the same manufacturing line is pretty likely. Because sometimes the clones are actually the authentics, but you just don't know about it. It's a whole weird... And a lot of people know that too. That sometimes a lot of clones are actually it's not a clone, it's actually the authentic piece that the company decided to make after they made the batch for said company. So if I go to China and I said, hey, make me 100 pieces of the bulk, here's my money, they make it, they build it, I get it, I leave, I go back home, and they say, yo, let's make the bulk. And they just use the same setup, same everything when they made my bulk. They may put the bulk name on it, or they may just put no name on it. So, who knows? The price is very reasonable. The price is good. Not at all complaining about the product. I'm actually excited to try it. And I know Atmo makes damn good products. So, like I said, I'm not bashing or it just things like this. Sometimes you kind of, like for me, and I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that are sometimes just curious, like, where's it made? Because it is. It's a lot more affordable than everything else than all the other higher end shit. So it may run across people's minds. And when I've seen videos on this, I've never heard once where it was made at. And I honestly don't think nobody knew where it's made at. Like, if you go back, you got like the Goon. That's a great example of an RDA that people kind of thought, where's that made? Or the Reload. Like, the list goes on and on. So that's that. Atmo is good in price. Don't be surprised if there are parts CNC produced in China. Yeah, exactly. There we go. So just, it's just a bit of information because I was just curious myself. That's all. Doesn't take away from the fact that it's good or bad. Not at all. I missed the beginning. Did something go wrong with Atmo? You have to start all over, Partha. I'm not repeating any of that. Now the USA just approved lab-grown chicken meat from cells. Yeah, someone mentioned that yesterday, and that's not really shocking to me at all because I don't know about you guys, but the shit that I eat, that we buy at the store in the frozen section, like the chicken patties and chicken nuggets and shit like that, I'm 99% sure that's not even real chicken. I'm almost certain none of that shit is real chicken. And I'm pretty sure I've been eating this lab-grown or who knows shit. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll taste better. It's real chicken. I don't know. There's some of the stuff we buy. When it comes to chicken nuggets, this is going to sound weird, but I actually prefer, like, we've tried, like, maybe 10 different brands of chicken nuggets, and I prefer the shitty, generic, low-quality, low-cost Encore chicken nuggets that come in a bag. They used to make them, they had cheese in the middle of them, but they stopped making those. Now they just come in a big-ass bag, and they're like the cheapest ones in the cooler, but they still happen to be the best ones. And I'm pretty certain that those are not chicken. That's not chicken. I'm pretty positive. I had to quit chicken nuggets. My cholesterol went to the roof. You should eat those. You should eat the healthy chicken nugget alternative. The naked nuggets with no breading, and you could broil them. Even though that's technically not a chicken nugget. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh my God. Does anyone here get their medication from Walgreens? I'm sure a lot of people do. Whenever I get a prescription filled, these motherfuckers contact me at least 5 or 6 times in one day. This is the 3rd phone call I've had from Walgreens, 2 text messages, and 1 email. How many is that? 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 points of contact from 12 noon till 7:30, and this is an everyday thing with Walgreens. When you fill your medicine, these motherfuckers will hunt you down until you go and pick up that goddamn medicine. Walgreens, if you're watching, suck a dick. How's that? I'm pretty sure Mr. Walgreens is rolling over in his grave right now thinking, wow. I seen a comment about the Geek Vape something. I have not received it. Where'd it go? It almost sounded like something I did a video for. La da 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 da. I think I lost it. Yeah, you lost it. Oh, okay. Craig D, thank you, sir, for that donation. Sorry I missed it, but I've got it now. He said, Mark, Raw and Jason talking shit about you in Grimm's. Ooh, yeah, please don't mention my name in Grimm's chat. That's a little disrespectful to the show. Whoever's running a show, Don't go dropping other people's names in there. That's just wrong. Like, I'm an asshole and I talk shit, but I don't go dropping names of other people and other people's shows. Ooh, I don't even like popping in chat on other people's shows because I feel like I'm trying to like take over the show or something, which is never the case. I can only imagine like someone dropping someone's name in there. That's got to be evil. If I was conceived while my parents were on vacation in, it looks like Acapulco, but Acapulco. Oh, is that Acapulco? Wait, Acapulco. The L is silent then. Does that mean I was made in Mexico even though I was born in New York? That's a tough one. I believe wherever the semen is dropped, whenever the egg is fertilized, depending on the country or the place, that's where you originate. That's where you're born at. So if the egg has been fertilized in Mexico or Acapulco, wherever the fuck that's at, then you, my friend, are Mexican. Full-blooded, 100% Mexican. Vape and Bachelor dropping a donation. Hell is freezing over. He says at least your medicine is available. Yeah, I guess. I'm on typical medication, though, so it's really... I don't get any kind of weird medicine that, you know... Like Angela has her medicine fucking shipped to the house. It's nothing good anyways, though. Thank God, because when they leave the package, they just throw it in the driveway. I can only imagine if it was something good, like painkillers or something, and they threw the package in the driveway. Yeah, I would never tell anyone you watch the show either. You're better off not having any affiliation with me. What happens if I was a slow swimmer? Could have been over international boundaries. Could be. That's going to be a tough one, though. So you're saying if your parent, let's say your father dropped the load and your mom over in Tahiti, but the sperm didn't hit the egg until they were on the plane in the United States. There's no real way to prove that. So I would just say wherever... Yeah, I would say you're screwed. I hear painkillers are hard to find, too. Dude, nowadays, I don't know how it is. Here we go with the pill talk, but I don't know how it is in other states, but here in Illinois, trying to get a painkiller or a benzo from a doctor is like, you're better off robbing a bank because they ain't giving shit out. I've been trying to get one Uno Momento Xanax for the past 2 months for my goddamn shrink so that I could just go to an MRI. I didn't say, Doc, can I have a bottle of Xanax? Can I have a fucking, a year's supply? I'm like, can you prescribe me a single pill, just one Xanax, so I can get through this MRI? And she didn't want to do it. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I fantasize about putting a wire coat hanger around her neck and twisting it when I'm there, but I'll never do it because I don't have the balls to do it. But what a cunt. Like, what a real cunt. I can't stand my shrink. Seems they want people doing fentanyl. Yeah, something. Or I think they want you to buy it on the street so you can keep the drug market going. Or they don't get any kickback for only prescribing a single Xanax. I can understand why Atmo sent you that long mail, Mark. I messaged him on Facebook. Now, what's your take on it there, Hertigen? Why do you think he sent me a long email? Like, I was legitimately, honestly just wanting to know, why it was more on the affordable side. And I think I told me, he gave me a great answer. All parts are machined elsewhere in the world. And they all eventually end up at the headquarters. They put them together. They oversee everything, and they package it, and they ship it out. But when you think about something like that, Like, I don't know how business works or machining or any of that. But you would think, let's say you make a product, you would think making the product at home, packaging it and everything else, would be cheaper than, let's say, outsourcing, a part in China, and then there's other parts that come from the UK, and there's other parts that come from there. And with all that going on, and then the shipping back and forth, and then the shipping it out to people, like, you would think that would be a lot more money, but apparently not. So the manufacturing must be like dirt cheap in other countries for companies to do it like that. Like, they can't be just saving like, $5 or $10. They got to be saving a hell of a lot more money to go through that process. But who knows? I don't know. It's all speculation. Skilled white people want $40 an hour. You are right on that one. I prefer 42 an hour, but I'll settle for 40. Yep, I believe you. I totally agree with that. But at the same time, you can't really blame them, because you can't live off with the price of shit nowadays in the States. It's impossible to live off of, working at a normal job. Like a warehouse job where you get 40 hours a week. You'd be lucky if you could afford living at your mom's house. You couldn't imagine Canada. I feel like I belong in Canada. I feel like I'm Canadian. Hey, Mark, I was watching Mark Todd's recent vlog. He gave you a shout out and mentioned about last week's Friday's show. He said it was hilarious. Oh, that's awesome. Well, Todd is Todd's one of my favorite. One of my favorite. What did I watch today? Oh, he did a video on an RDA today. Looked pretty sweet. But when I was watching the video, I'm pretty sure someone will mention the name of the RDA. It looks like a really awesome RDA. But the minute I seen the way the build deck was designed, where it doesn't have the lip on the bottom, and it just has the top cap with a single O-ring, and the fact that the ledge of the deck was right by the air holes, I'm like, this thing is going to be a complete disaster for people that over squonk or over drip. Like, I'm not sure what the designer was thinking, but the air hole, there's like a 2mm gap between the air hole and the drop off from the build deck. So when you put juice in it, if you put just a little too much juice, that juice is just going to go whoop right out the air holes. Well, even though the air holes are on top, it's not going to pour out of the air hole, but it's going to go down that little hole. So when you pull that cap off, all that juice is going to come running down your mod. But the atomizer looked pretty damn sweet, though. I was shocked he reviewed it, because he doesn't. That's usually not his style, but he reviews like a lot of the higher end shit, so I could see why he did that. But when he said what he put in there, like a 0.15 ohm coil, I'm like, holy shit, that's low as hell for him. And the drip tip, it wasn't even a drip tip on the damn thing. It was more like just a ring. Like, where the hell do you put your lips at? Yeah, the single O-ring design, and like the build decks that don't have the little ledge where the top cap stops, those are always messy as hell. Because the minute you pull that cap off, all that juice that's been sitting there waiting just starts running down. My ex-wife used to call me an air hole too. You goddamn air hole. This show doesn't give you nightmares? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Billy Rice, I am sorry I didn't... When I talk, something happens and I just block out chat. So I apologize for not seeing your donation, but thank you, Billy. Never stop being you. You are hilarious. Also, Roger is a star. Yes, I think Roger, thank you again, Billy, is keeping this channel alive. Shout out to Roger. I got another short I got to upload. Two shorts, actually, of Roger. One, because he has, yet again, he did something, and he has some, or two things, actually, he did. But I'm going to save it for the short. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, this dog is not going to live a very long life. I can tell you that right now. And I'm not trying to sound mean. I'm just being honest. He is not going to, he's not going to be around long. Couple of years. Nope, nothing to go. He didn't swallow any guitar picks. He did swallow something, and this is separate from what was stuck in his ass. Whatever was in his ass eventually came out because Angela was picking up shit and she noticed some black hard plastic pieces in his shit and said, oh, well, whatever that was from Tennessee came out. And then there's something new. And then on top of that, something also happened today. He's a disaster. You need to put a helmet on. He's like one of those special kids that you got to watch all the time. You can't let him be alone. And when they go out, you got to put a helmet on them. You got to put a leash on them. He's one of those. And David, I'm sorry that you're late. You might want to get a pregnancy test, and then get a text saying that you're pregnant. Buy a betta fish and pet and call it a day. Fishes are not pets. Angela says she wants a cat, and I'm like, we can get a cat. Get rid of Roger. We can get a cat any day of the week. Ooh, he would look handsome with a tux collar. Don't give Angela any ideas, please. I didn't know Angela was still able to get pregnant. Sadly enough, I think she is. I don't think she's that old. Not yet. She still makes eggs, I think. I haven't checked. Here goes another $2,000 vet. No, this one hopefully will not require any veterinary assistance. But out of all the dogs I've ever had in my life, I've never had a dog that had this happen to them. But I'm pretty sure it's common. I saw the basketball hoop come off the garage roof. Did you take it down? Oh, so I seen your comment, Ginger, on that short. So the basketball hoop situation, and I knew this was going to be a thing when I put it up. When we first moved here, my son wanted a rim, wanted a basketball, rim and whatnot on the roof of the garage, and I kept telling him it's low. I'm still gonna love to play basketball. I'm like, it's gonna be too fucking low. No, it's not. Please put it up there. And I'm fucking arguing, and I'm like, fine, let's go out. Let's buy a fucking hoop and a backboard, and I'll install that motherfucker on the roof. And I did. And then, sure enough, when he started to make friends, and his friends started coming over and giving him shit about how low his hoop was on his garage, he's like, Dad, I need to get one of those adjustable backboards because I need to have it higher up. I'm like, you little son of a bitch. Like, I told you that in the fucking beginning. So we took it down, and yeah, that's what happened. I'm always right. In this household, I'm always right. Whether it be Angela or Marcus, always, 100% of the time I'm right. What did Angela say to me? Oh, what she just said right before I came down here. She's like, you know what you should do? Why don't you do a video of one of the very first vape devices you've had? And I'm like, what do you mean the very first one? She's like, the one that has the glass thing you put in it. And I'm like, what glass thing? She's like, the tiny little glass thing. It looks like a little jack. Like, the jack and ball thing. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? She's like, no, the little glass. I'm like, that's a glass screen for a bowl, for a weed pipe. That has nothing to do with vaping. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm like, I give up. Have you guys ever seen a glass screen for a bowl before? Kind of looks like a little, just like a little piece of shit made out of glass. I don't know where in her mind she thought that was vape related, but I gave up after that. I got one of those standalone basketball rims if you want it. It's a little late now. Well, actually, we had one at the trailer park. Then, you know, I don't. Let's just say I'm glad I only have one kid. Because if I had more than one, I'd probably end up in prison, or I'd be living in Canada right now by myself. Do a show? Should I do a show on the glass screen? What the hell is? What is Pete? What are we doing with the help? Please help me. Are you getting what am I helping you with, Mohammed? I'm not speak English. Please help me. I feel like I'm getting trolled right now. I'm getting trolled. Instead of saying please, why don't you type what you need help with? Jesus Christ! I need help, I need help, I need help, I need help. Well, then type what the fuck you need help with. I'm telling you, folks, I'm going to go nuts one day. It's coming. I made it to the top of the list. I'm not speak English. Oh, here we go. All right, Mohammed, you are racist as shit. You're a horrible troll, by the way. If you're gonna troll, at least say something funny when you're trolling. Come on. Saying the same shit over and over, that's what I do. That was Polish, yes. He was half Polish, half Portuguese, half Yugoslavian, and a quarter Croatian. I don't know what none of those things are. He's in timeout. Well, there you go, Muhammad. You're in timeout. Now you can think about what you did. And then when you come out of timeout, you can come back and I don't know. Yes, I speak very good Polish. I think the only word Polish I know is it kurwa? Kurwa! Is that Polish or is that Chinese? I don't know. What the hell was that? I'm hearing noises, folks. Oh, you got to remove them. You can let him. He's just a random troll. We need some excitement in chat. Fuck it, let him troll. La da 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 da. That's Polish for slut, is it? You heard drums? That's the sound of the of you. That's the sound. Never mind. I'm stopping. Ohio isn't part of the is anymore. Just look at the. What? I spent $750 on a burrow setup today. Holy Jesus! What is wrong with your head? You sound like fucking Robert Skrelly now. $750. Do you know what I could have bought with that? I'm trying to think what I could have bought with it. I could have got a full setup, a couple bottles of juice. I could have got a few prostitutes, dinner. I could have took the prostitutes to dinner. It's endless. $700. Who would spend $750 on a mod? But I mean, I can't complain because I know every time you make that argument, people are like, well, I wouldn't spend that much on a guitar, on a piece of wood. And I mean, it's a fair argument. Everybody has their thing that they like to spend money on. Ray happens to like to spend money on vape devices, along with a lot of other people. Just be sure whatever it is you buy holds its value, so when you get bored of it and you want to sell it, at least you're not going to lose out on too much money. Don't spend $700 on buying like I don't know, like 20 different smoke mods, because chances are they're going to go in the garbage when you get bored of them. I can get 120 30 packs. Holy Jesus, you'd be in heaven, Terry. It's a die codes. I might need help. I sent you the link to the user manual. Die codes, they're so easy. I don't see... Honestly, for me, I think it's easier to navigate and use a die codes mod than it is a DNA mod. I much prefer the... Well, at least the 3-button layout on a die codes. The single button is a little... You know, a little slow, but... Mark, now was the Father's Day meal. Oh, how was the Father's... It was good. I had chicken nuggets dipped in mashed potatoes with gravy, with corn dressing around the sides, and then she put little broccoli trees. I took the broccoli and threw it in the garbage, but I ate the chicken nuggets, the mashed potatoes, and the corn and the gravy. The broccoli was more of an insult than anything. I spent $1,000 on a prostitute set. You didn't spend no $1,000 on a prostitute. First of all, when dealing with prostitutes in that price range, they're no longer called prostitutes. Those are escorts. And for $1,000... I know your redneck ass did not spend no $1,000 on a piece of ass. Ain't no way in hell. You're more like the $20 blowjob in my car type of guy. $1,000. That's Ginger status. Ginger's picking up $1,000 hookers, not you. Yeah, die code Stabwood. Woo. They got a bunch of those on that one Die Codes USA site. They are pricey. I've never been not a Die Codes fan, a Stabwood fan. I just, something about Stabwood, it just, I don't know. I like natural wood grain, like just straight wood. But something about Stabwood, I don't know. I don't like the color and all the other crap. It just looks like a rainbow to me. Like, I like just regular natural wood. I think it looks a lot better than Stabwood, in my opinion. Obviously, probably not as durable, but... Have you seen the Die Codes Mammoth? I have not, but I'm going to look at it now. Die Codes MAMMUTH. Maybe we can all look at it together if I could find it. How about spell die codes right, dum-dum? Okay, I'm trying. D-I-C-O-D-E-S. Fuck you see a die codes mammoth at? Oh, how about put a space? Oh, I'm sorry. Dude, what's wrong with me today? I can't type. The Mammut? Is it called the Mammut? There's a Danny box. Is it the M-A-M-M-U-T? Of course I'm 21. Well, how old would I be? Bear with me. Are we good? We're good, yeah. You're talking about that one right there? The Mammut? He said mammoth. Well, this is the Danny Box V3 Mammoth. There we go. The Mammoth. $990, whatever goddamn currency that is. So that's over $1,000 for that. That better come with a fleshlight. Actually, no, you know what? It better come with a real vagina packaged up in the box, along with the mod, for over $1,000. You gotta be crazy. You have got to, like, you would, like, you couldn't take it out of the house. I'd be afraid to drop it. I would be afraid to drop it. Isn't ivory banned? Did it have real ivory on it? No. It's sold out anyways, but It's not even in English. I can't even fucking read that shit. Cut this damn show off. Shut your goddamn mouth. This ain't no goddamn vape show. Well, it kind of is, but I was supposed to be re-wicking an RTA. Should I do it? I probably shouldn't do it. We'll be here for hours. Got juice in this thing? There's juice. My rant's over. Thank you very much. Illegal in the USA to import. Illegal. Imagine that shit. Buying a $1,000 mod. It gets confiscated. Constipated. It gets constipated by customs. And then the cops or the DEA or whoever the hell comes knocking on your door. You answer the door. They tase you. They tackle you down. They put a knee in your back. They cuff you and throw you in the car. All because you bought a mod that had a goddamn ivory button on it or some shit. That'd be some shit right there. Making them out of dinosaur bones. Let China make them. China will make them out of human teeth. They'll start pulling teeth from all the employees at the factory, start grinding them down and making buttons out of teeth. ST has some real nice instruments on his shorts. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? On his shorts? Oh, wait, never mind. YouTube shorts. Wow, my brain is fried. I'm thinking of shorts that you wear. Wow, that is... Dude, I think Angela's rubbing off on me. Holy fuck. I need to up my meds. China don't give a fuck. You damn skippy they don't. They're laughing at all the people that are vaping on their disposables. They're trying to kill an entire generation. Da-da, da-da, da-da. I'm pretty sure Mark's had a stroke at some stage this week. I don't think... Well, wait a minute. There was one night I was pretty fired up, but I didn't have a stroke, I don't think. Mark has brown on his shorts. I don't... You would think that I would have shit stains in my underwear, but I don't. I used to wear tighty whities a lot, and like the taint ass area, it was never like... And it was never like dark. It was always still pure white. I'm pretty good at keep my ass, like wipe my ass and keep it clean. I have, however, started to change my underwear every day because Angela made a comment a couple weeks ago. She's like, why is it when I wash clothes, there's only one pair of underwear in there from you? And she washes clothes every Saturday or Sunday. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I always see just one pair of underwear in there. It's like, what do you do throughout the whole week? I'm like, oh, well, I don't really do much, so I just wear the same underwear. So I guess it might have been a little bit of an issue for her. So now every day when I wake up, even though I don't do much, I just kind of sit here and hang out around the house, I change my underwear. Because apparently, I guess your underwear get dirty even though you're not doing anything. I don't shit my pants. I don't pee myself. I don't go outside and run my underwear in the grass. I don't see a need to change them. Da-da, da-da-da. That's probably why a lot of my underwear, right in the crotch area, the material gets like paper thin. Like it's like the outer parts of the underwear, nice, thick, tight fabric. But as you get in between the middle of the legs, the fabric is so thin, like it almost looks like pantyhose. Like it's like paper thin. And I think what's happening is I'm kind of wearing out the fabric right there. That's the acid eating away the cotton. That's probably what's happening. I am the disposable king. Don't you forget that? Even though I haven't had a disposable in God knows how long. Oh, you know what? I do have some vape shit. Well, I mean, nothing exciting, but I got this Anakin shit. This might be my last time I do videos for Anakin, because the guy they got working there over at Anakin who deals with reviewers or whoever is one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever dealt with in my entire life. I want to reach through my screen and strangle that motherfucker. He's so stupid. He is dumb. I wish I knew his name, but I don't. But if you're watching, you are a dumb son of a bitch. You need to quit and find a new line of work, please. If you live down south, you wouldn't own underwear. Yeah, but see, I don't have a long enough penis to where it hangs. My penis kind of sticks a lot like that. And what happens is, if I don't wear underwear, my helmet rubs up against my zipper. And then I get like an irritated helmet. So I need that cushioning of the underwear to cushion my helmet so I don't scratch it up against the inside of my pants or my zipper. I don't think there's anything that we haven't already seen before, right? What is this? Yeah, there's nothing exciting. That's why you don't get shit to review and you charge way too much. $5,000 a video is not a lot. I'm charging rip tripper prices. Da, 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 da. I want to know what the hell this thing is. Is this a disposable? Is this a pod system? What is this fucking thing? Calls company shitty and wonders why it doesn't get products. I didn't call the company shitty. Anakin's an awesome company. They just have a fucking retard working for them, that's all. He is one dumb son of a bitch. Well, Anakin, yeah, they're a great company. They just, sometimes they hire retards, that's all. I want to say disposable, but I'm not sure. I would have done a video for some of this, but the idiot doesn't get back to me to tell me, hey, what am I doing a video on? It is a disposable. Howdy ho, neighbor. I bet that retard could open that box. I bet you he could too. Does this bottom piece come off? Something tells me it does. It does. What the f... Oh. Yeah, something tells me that bottom piece doesn't come off. I give up. Oh my God. Now I know why these companies don't send me shit. Oh. No, we can just put that back together like nothing happened. What the f... Oh, okay, never mind. So this is actually a true disposable. I don't know, it seemed like a rubber plug, because usually they have the rubber plug at the top, which I pulled off. Sometimes they have a sticker or a rubber plug at the bottom. And this, looking at it and feeling it, looks and feels like a removable plug. And it actually moves, so you put your fingernail right there, and you pop it off, you're like, oh shit, that's not supposed to come off. Anyways, that's not user error right there. Alright, maybe it is, but still. This is actually... It's got a nice little cigarette feel to it. Look at that, nice. What flavor is this? Banana? That ain't bad. That's nice. That tastes pretty good, too. And then there's this other fucking thing. What is this? What is that? Just like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Hell, Jesus. You need Jesus in your life, boy. So these appear to be little pre-filled pods. That smells good too. All right, we got pre-filled pods, and I'm assuming there's a device that goes to. The answer to your question is, I think this might be it. Let's see. I can't keep up with it. There's 6 different products in this box this dude sent me. Doesn't tell me what he wants a video for or on or anything. Just sends a box and then doesn't say anything. I email him twice, like, dude, hello. What do you want the video on? Nothing. No reply. Like, yo, hello. No reply. Oh, that's pretty nice. Look at that. Sticker on the bottom? Nope. That's nice. That is pretty sweet. That reminds me a little bit That reminds me of just a little bit of this. Not saying anyone copied anyone, but it kind of reminds me of this right here. So each of these devices has a proprietary battery with a little pre-filled tank, and this proprietary battery with a pre-filled tank. One by Wotofo, one by Anakin. Nice. But this one I think I like a little bit more because it's smaller and it's lighter. This looks like a big marker, and the juice that's in it smells like shit. It smells like cat piss. Whatever Wotofo is using in their disposables, they're probably actually using cat piss, I bet, in these things. But at least the Anakin one smells good. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, is that a coffee? That's nice. Is this Nick salt? This don't even taste like Nick salt. This tastes like real liquid. Hold on, folks. This is not bad. Where is my... Come on, you son of a bitch. My expensive magnifying glass from Apple. Vanilla custard. I was close. Kind of close. Not really. The Inabar C1 pre-filled pod. But what kind of... 2% nicotine. So I'm assuming it's Nick salt. Since you're going by percent. I think that's how they do it with Nick salt. Well, it says nicotine. It says 2% nicotine. It doesn't say Nick salt. Ingredient, 20 milligrams. Well, it says 20 milligrams. Then it says 2% nicotine. So is it Nick salt or is it regular? Huh. I'm not sure. Anyways, those are nice. Those are not bad at all for a disposable. Or actually, I don't know. Is that a disposable, I guess? Kinda? I think I already seen this. Well, you got 2 reviews knocked out. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm done now. Yep. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. That shit's done. Checks in the mail. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what that's about, but all right. It might be Nick Salt. 20 milligram freebase will be pretty harsh. Yeah, you're right. But it doesn't taste like Nick Salt. It tastes like, I don't know, unless it's like a different type of Nick Salt. It tastes smooth, but it doesn't taste like your typical Chinese e-liquid. It actually tastes like decent. Because usually when you vape on a lot of these disposables, they smell like cat piss, and then they have that certain, like, kind of like a dirty Chinaman smell to them and taste. Like I don't know. Not sure what Chinese men taste like, but if I had to take a guess at what a Chinese man's sweaty penis tastes like, it's probably a lot of these disposables that I taste. Are they wiping these things on their dirty dicks at the factory? Probably some of them are. Not all of them, but some of them. What did you have for dinner? Dinner tonight will be hot dogs and French fries. Remember, I eat like a 12-year-old child. And we're not allowed to have anything that's too complicated or is healthy around here. Or at least I'm not allowed to. Doctor's orders. Only the ones they send you. I'm telling you. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had some really good disposables with some really good liquid in them. I've had ones that kind of make you wonder, like, what the fuck is inside this thing? Mark, I think the first disposable you showed is made that way so you can pull the battery out and recycle it and just toss the plastic away. Oh, is it? Neil Pitt's coming in heavy. Let's check that out. That would be pretty crazy if that's how it's designed. You would think. Well, I haven't done any research on these, so people are probably like, well, you should know this. Well, I don't know if I just pulled it out of the box. But that would be that would be an interesting thing, though. So without reading any manuals or looking anything up, let's see if that's the case here. So, is this a disposable to where you could just remove the battery? I'm going to blow myself up. See, I don't... Dude, this thing pours out Nick Salt on me. Wait a minute. Is that a... What the fuck? Is that a little... Let's get a little closer. That plugs in... Oh, is that the case? Oh, snap. Look at that shit. Damn. Anakin, that's fucking genius. Look at that. Now, for all them crybaby hippie bitches that always bitch and moan about throwing batteries in the garbage, now you can properly dispose of your battery. You could run this little bastard all the way to Best Buy, and you could put it in their little recycling bin, and then you could take this, and you could throw this on the ground. Nice. I wouldn't throw this on the ground, but that's pretty sweet. I like that. Shout out to Neil Pitts on that one. Why are you doing videos? You should be behind the camera, not me. Now, did you know this? Or was this just a wild guess that you had? Yeah, I'm not touching those together. I wonder if I touch them together. Now, see, that could be potentially a bad thing now. What if I touch those together and this little fucker blows up? Then we got a problem on our hands. I'm not about to test that inside the house, even though it's a little battery still. But I would hope that there's some kind of fuse or something that would prevent this thing from blowing up or igniting if these two little prongs happen to come into contact with each other. Can you plug it back in? Probably not. it is going to be virtually almost impossible to plug these little things way deep down inside of there. But this is a genius idea. I like this. Well, personally for me, I'll be honest with you, I don't give a shit. I'll throw my battery in the garbage can. But for people that want to properly recycle their batteries, here you go. You got it. You have got it. There you go. Genius idea. And of all the companies that would do something like that, Anakin would do something like that because they're usually about safety and doing things the right way and stuff. You wouldn't see like company like Elf Bar or something do it like this, or yeah, they would not have a clue about something like this. I like that. Thank you. Remind me to shout you out, Neil Pitts. If I do the video on this, you deserve a shout out for that because I would not have known. Well, I would eventually have known that when I did my research on it on the website right before I do the video. But before that, I would not even have known that. Well, there you go. For all you cocksuckers that thought this guy's an idiot, he already broke the disposable. I was actually going down the right path. So you, my sir, are the idiots. I bet you all feel salty now, don't you? Yep, they feel salty. Just word of advice, don't do it until you actually vape it, because you're not going to be able to use it after that. But still a cool idea nonetheless. I like. Remember to throw that out. Remember to tie the leads together and then toss it into someone's window. You son of a bitch, get mom to cook dinner. Listen here, you little son of a bitch. I just hit my foot on my chair. I got a disposable to use on a trip with my in-laws as a sneak and toke, and got a funky Republic watermelon menthol, and it lasts a whole week and it's still going. Still going. Still going good. Tastes good too. Oh no, I'm not. There are tons of disposables out there that have really good flavor, that vape really good. But I think there's even more disposables that are complete shit than there are good disposables. My whole thing is just, a lot of people don't know what lies inside these things when they're vaping them. They have no clue. They're just vaping them. And there's so many fucking disposable. Like there's the ones you see on YouTube is just like the barely, like, just the smallest portion of what's actually available out there. There's like probably thousands of other disposables out there from all these fucking crazy companies that, yeah, you just don't know. It's rechargeable and it has liquid level indicator. Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about. With the digital, it has a little digital light on there that tells you. I reviewed, I think, 2 of them that had that little indicator on there. The problem is, when I did that video breaking open those few disposables, like 90% of these disposables don't even have the amount of liquid that they advertise being in there. These ones that said they had like 10, 15 mils of juice, they barely had like 2 mils of juice in them. Like they measure the capacity of that disposable without the little filler, cotton filler in there. And they said, oh, this tube can hold 20 mils of liquid, so we'll put 20 mils on the packaging. And then they fill up that little sponge with liquid. They can only fit like 2 or 3 mils in it. And they just pack it inside the disposable, and you're buying a disposable that thinks you have 20 mils in it when it's only like 3. Once Dad reviews them, he gives me the leftovers to sell at school. Son, don't tell him! Yeah, I don't think, I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I have any that I've sold recently to school. I don't sell fucking disposables to schools. What's wrong with you? That's illegal and it's disgusting, and I do not support underage vaping. Even though it happens all the time. I'm waiting for someone to come up with a 3D printed mod that runs on solar charge. Why do I got my hands smell like, oh wait, don't put that in your fucking eye. My hands smell like cat piss. Is it this fucking Motofo shit? Ugh. Ugh. Man, that's definitely cat piss. Did a cat pee on the box when they delivered it? Good Lord, have mercy. What's the flavor that smells like cat piss? Is it peach or is it, there's a certain flavor that always smells like cat piss. I don't know if it's peach or if it's, leche or it's one of those. But, man, I shit you not. If you smelled this right now, you would think this is filled with cat piss. Mango. Okay, there we go. Is it mango? Probably mango, I bet. La, 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 la. Tropical ice. I guess tropical ice technically has mango in it, right? Yep. We'll just call it tropical cat piss. Did I swear to God there's nicotine on my hands? Because I'm getting hot and I'm getting a headache. I hate fucking touching those goddamn things. It's your underwear. Could it be my underwear? Ooh, let me get it with. I'm going to go with like melted mozzarella cheese on a dill pickle with a little bit of a wet sock. Yeah, I probably need to take a shower probably. I did a lot of walking today too, so yeah, it actually doesn't smell too bad. Are you supposed to enjoy your own body odor? That don't smell too bad. That's powerful. Whew. I can see why Angela wants me to change my underwear every day now. Can you melt some cheese on my pickle for me? I love mozzarella covered pickles. Can't figure out which one has the cat. I'm telling you. It's... Honey tastes good in e-juice, but the vapor smells like gym bag that's set in the sun for a week. Yep. There are certain flavors that have that odor. Dude, I am very moist between my legs right now. And I don't mean like moist in like a sexual way. I mean like moist as in I need to like, dry up. I hate going live. I can't have my fan on. I have my little Dyson fan. Perfect height, so it blows on my ass. Because all the heat from your body centralizes right in your groin area. So if you're ever hot or you're sweating or you want to cool yourself down quick, pull your pants down right in front of the fan. Let the fan blow on your vagina or on your penis, and you will cool off instantly. Don't bother blowing the fan on your face or anything like that. Cool off your nuts or your little chucha, and you'll feel a lot better. Right now, my nuts are like boiling hot. Mark's taco wet. Wet taco. Put the fan on. We don't give a shit. You'll give a shit when you hear it blowing in the microphone. Ice pack under the sack. I've tried a lot of things. I don't know if it's just because of my weight or the fact that I'm out of shape, or maybe I'm warm-blooded, but my genital area is always extremely hot. Like it's boiling always down there. I can never cool it off. I've tried numerous things and nothing works. I've tried different remedies. I've even tried putting a sweatband. And what I did was I would take the sweatband, I would lift my nutsack up, put the sweatband under the nuts, and then I would bring the ends of the sweatband up in between the thighs. And it kind of worked, but it was a bit uncomfortable because my nuts were lifted up the whole day in my pants. It's called obesity. Does obesity make your nuts hot? I don't think it's obesity. That wouldn't necessarily make your nuts hot. Because then the rest of my body would be hot and I'd be sweating. I'm not hot. I'm not sweating. It's just down there. It just gets really fucking hot. It's all the cornflakes stuck in the folds. I'm one of those fat guys where I don't have folds. I'm like a solid fat dude. My fat kind of sticks out. I'm like one of the round fat guys, not one of the droopy, saggy fat guys. Though my tits do sag a little bit, that's probably the only saggy part of my body. When I worked in a factory that was super hot, I would buy secret roll-on for my crotch. It works. I was thinking that, but that might cause some kind of rash. Putting deodorant on your nuts? I put that shit in my armpits and it fucking sometimes will give me a rash. I can only imagine putting it down there. I bought some of the most expensive, I guess it's talcum powder, maybe. What is it called? Fucking something chrome or some shit. It works, but it's just way too expensive. And plus, let's just say that maybe your wife wants give you a blowjob. What are you going to say? Oh, hold on, honey, I got to run in the shower because my nuts are covered in powder. I can't wear powder. I'll be walking around the house and powder's falling out of my pants. I've tried different underwear. I've tried all cotton underwear. I've tried the Adidas, like athletic, like silky underwear. I've tried everything. Everything. Just go in the shower. The shower only works for a short time. I'm looking for long-term cooling relief. Gold Bond? Dude, I'll smell like an old 90-year-old man that's fucking laying in his deathbed if I put Gold Bond on me. I'll be one of those guys that smell like menthol. I can't stand motherfuckers that wear that shit. You smell that? Like, ooh, someone's wearing Gold Bond. I could smell it. It smells like a fucking shitty-ass menthol cigarette. Blowjob keeps the nuts cool. I even decided to keep my pubic hair just because the cooling properties of the pubic hair, like it's a little bit cooler down there while having hair, as opposed to when I would shave all the time, like the sweat would really build up when I had no hair. Like I would take off my underwear and there'd be wet spots everywhere. Okay, it was never that bad, but still. See, even when I was young though, like even in my younger days, like I would fucking sweat like a pig, and I wasn't overweight. I was skinny as hell. I think maybe it's just like how I'm built. Maybe I'm just like, I'm hot-blooded. This show always ends up going down. This show is the gutter. What are you talking about? Do you sweat in your yoga pants? No, I don't think I do. You know what I think it is? I think the yoga pants kind of separate the skin from touching. That's what's nice about the yoga pants. So what you could do is when you put your yoga pants on, you pick your nuts up, and then you pull the yoga pants up tight, and then they kind of separate your thighs and your nuts into their own little area, and everything stays cushioned, and you're not rubbing up against each other. Buy yourself a big baby powder and dude, baby powder don't do shit. Dude, if I put baby powder on my nuts, it turns it into lotion. Sweating like a pedophile at preschool. What? At a preschool. I'm not sure if I know what that feels like. Now every time I vape, I smell my nuts. Or is that? Oh shit, here comes dinner. Is that time already? Holy shit, it is that time. You smell cat piss?
No.
You don't smell the cat piss?
No.
Are you afraid to come over here?
No.
Well, folks, it's been fun. Dinner's here, and we're 30 minutes past the hour. Tonight was supposed to be a good one, but thanks to USPS for fucking it up tonight. It's all their fault, so I blame them. Other than that, we'll be back tomorrow doing the same shit. So hopefully you guys enjoy this little... I don't even know what you want to call this. It's not a show. It's a little... it's like a free-for-all, I guess. I notice when I vape a lot, I sweat really bad. Maybe vaping... Well, vaping does dehydrate. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just blame it on vaping. The reason I sweat is because of vaping. Do you have a foot-long hot dog? These hot dogs are not a foot long. And if you're referring to me, hell fucking no. More like a 1-inch hot dog. I'm pretty sure it will be a success with the powder mark. I've tried a bunch of different powders. There's only one that works, but I don't want to have my dick covered in powder all day long. It's disgusting. Caffeine makes you sweat. I only have 1 cup of coffee a day. Well, sometimes I have a cold brew in the evening, like I am now. Maybe, I think it's probably because I think I might be a little bit overweight. Just a little bit. Just a little bit overweight. It could be my diet. Could be the salt, the grease. Probably that's what it is. I've noticed though, ever since I've drinking a lot more water, I don't get as bad. So I'll give it 8 inches to bend over. 8 inches. Yep. Because you know that 8 inches hasn't seen pussy in years. Gold Bond spray is good for chafing on the legs. I would not spray that on your nuts. Because you're in for a treat if you get that shit on your dick. Take it from a not so fat anymore fat guy. It is 100% the extra weight. Sweat is all... You sweat in all kinds of weird places when you're heavier, but when you're lean, your body Oh, okay. Well, there you go then. That's the cause of a fat ass. So if and when I lose weight, I will have a nice dry set of nuts. Until then, I'm going to be moist. Wet, damp. Might have a slight odor from time to time. I shower a few times a week. Not every day. I mean, that's wasting water, right? You could try acetone on your sack. Acetone? Isn't acetone the shit they use to take off fingernail polish? And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for hanging out on this shitty-ass show, on this shitty-ass channel with this fat piece of shit. We'll see you guys tomorrow on another show that's even worse than this one. Take care and make sure you keep them nuts dry. Good night, cocksuckers.